Isn't it crazy to think you have been doing this since 1997, which was a long time ago,
Mhm.
and a lot of people still even today have no idea what it is?
True. And we actually, for several grant cycles, we received a federal grant, which was called the Embryo Adoption Awareness Grant. And so, the whole purpose of that was to raise awareness about this as a family building option. And, definitely there are more people who have heard of it than back in 1997, but
Mhm.
still a lot of people who have never heard of it, who don't realize how many embryos are just waiting in frozen storage to be born. And that this really is a great opportunity for couples who are looking at adoption and looking at growing their family.
Yeah, I'm just amazed that I didn't know about it sooner. But I think too, and I don't know if we discussed this on the phone. I think we did, but I think a lot of people don't even understand how IVF works. You know, um, we understand that the even our president is behind IVF. He thinks
Mhm.
it's a great thing, and I do too. But I am concerned about what about those babies that are like you're talking about frozen. So, you know, um, I think I was under the impression when I first started hearing about IVF that they took the sperm and they took the egg and they did not join them, so a life was not started. But that's not the case, is it, Beth?
Right. I mean, the term in vitro basically means, outside of the body. So the gametes are joined outside of the body, and then the embryo, hopefully, an embryo is formed. And we, basically, one of our concerns with IVF and a lot of people's concerns is that there are so many more embryos created oftentimes than the family is even going to use. And so,
Can you explain why do they take so many? So you're going to do in vitro. You've had problems getting pregnant, and you really want to have a child. So you go to the specialist, and can you kind of lead us through that? Do you know much about that process?